This is Barb Johnson reporting on an interesting type of social and economic system called capitalism. Capitalism is benefiting countries all around the world by providing more jobs, economic freedom, positive competition, and many other constructive aspects.
Go.
I am here reporting to you from East Greenwich, Rhode Island. I am here with former Governor Donald Scacchieri, who is going to tell us his thoughts on capitalism. Governor?
My thoughts on capitalism. Well, I think, like any system, no system is perfect, but I think that history will show that capitalism, as practiced particularly in the United States, has been the biggest advance in terms of lifting people out of poverty. More people have been lifted out of poverty, created more wealth for more people, not just people at the top, a whole nation, than ever before, I think, in the history of the world. And it's all entrepreneurs, it's people willing to risk. Remember, what capitalism is somebody's willing to invest money and risk that money, because if it doesn't work, they lose that money. If it works, they've got a good business or good idea, they employ people, they provide health insurance for them, they provide vacation time for them, and when you look at the development of a really robust middle class in this country, it's on the backs of capitalism. And in fact, if you look around the world, that's what's happening. More of the world, China, which was very communist and very socialist, has embraced capitalism. And so I think, nothing is perfect, and there are excesses and things that you have to be careful of, and people anywhere, human beings, can get greedy. But if you've got a system in place of checks and balances, which I think we have developed in this country over a long time, the fruits of capitalism and the ability for anybody, the United States is unique, that anybody, from whatever background, whatever, can be enormously successful if they're willing to apply themselves, work hard with a good idea, and find investors, which they will, to invest. So I'm a huge believer in all the benefits of capitalism.
Of course. Now, many American citizens are beginning to say that the rich are thriving immensely, to the point that the poor are left with no resources. From experience, do you personally see any flaws in the capitalist ways of the United States?
Well, as I said, no system is perfect, and there are excesses that can occur at times, but I think what gets lost in this whole discussion of rich and poor, particularly in the United States, if you analyze people that are poor, really poor, it's not anything to do with capitalism. It's generally to do with the lack of education. Much of the population in our country that has really fallen way behind is fallen behind because, frankly, they come in many cases from non-intact families. They don't have the education, and today, particularly with the way the economy has changed, so much technology-oriented, it requires more education. So I think that's the area where, as a country, and in the individual states and cities and towns, we've got to really work hard at making young people understand their whole future is tied to the quality of the education they get and how they apply themselves. And the notion that you're going to just somehow get someplace without an education, that's the hugest failing today. And in my judgment, that's the biggest reason for what has been happening recently in terms of a growing gap.
Thank you, Governor, for sharing your ideas with us. Now here is Carol Ann Smith reporting from India.
Thank you, Barb. I am here with a man named Yadav Sharma in India, who is also going to give us his thought on capitalism and how it has affected his company.
Capitalism is very good for my country because when I work at my convenience store, we all compete together for the greater good. This is very good for my country and for my family.
Now, I know in your country, the rich and the poor are very harshly divided. Do you think incorporating capitalism into India's government will solve this problem and dissolve the thick line between these two classes?
Yes, the line will be dissolved. The rich and the poor will come together because of capitalism. We thank America for bringing capitalism to our country. This is very good.
Well, thank you, Yadav, for your input on this topic. Now we are going to go to Bethany Lynn Miller in Germany.
Hi, and thank you, Carol. I'm here with Dirk Schultz, who is an American immigrant who has moved to Germany. So he will be able to explain to us why he chose capitalism over, say, communism or socialism. Dirk?
First question for you. Is this 2007 Milwaukee?
Yes, it may be.
It's fantastic.
Okay, great.
Continuing. Well, what I like about capitalism is that no matter where you start, there's always room to grow. There's always room to improve. It's not really, you're not really locked in.
That's true.
I like it a lot. You know, also, in terms of economics, the whole perfect competition, where, you know, equal markets that have identical products, like, let's say, CVS and Walgreens, really have the opportunity to compete against each other. And I really think competition, which is basically what capitalism is founded on, is really the key value that holds true to everything.
Very true. Now, a lot of communists and socialists believe that monopolies are a big problem in capitalist societies. So speaking from experience, would you agree with that?
You know, yes, and that dates back to America in the 1950s.
Okay.
With the monopolies and trusts that were created with Rockefeller Oil, and whatnot. So I believe restrictions on monopolies are important.
Yes.
But I think they need to be regulated, and I think governments do a great job with that.
Thank you. So thank you, Dirk. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Trust me, it's a pleasure for me.
Great. Now here's Katie Fagan reporting from China.
Hi, this is Katie with the C. I'm reporting to you all the way from China, and I'm here with Zhang Wei. Zhang Wei, what is your profession?
Hello, Katie with the C. My profession is I am middle-class businessman, best in town.
Okay, so capitalism has directly affected you on a regular basis. Do you think it has positively or negatively changed your work, pay, and conditions?
Oh, very positive. Our economy is best in the world. #1!
Okay, well thank you for your time. Now back to Barb Johnson.
Thank you for all those very intriguing reports about this interesting topic of capitalism. Now that is the segment for today for your daily Channel 10 news. Have a great day and happy holidays.